You suck at drawing. I used to tell myself this over and over when I first started art. I wanted to become better so bad, and my friends were there to support me, but my mindset was holding me back. Every time I failed, I just reminded myself of how terrible I was, and then when I actually did something good, I would just tell myself that it was easy and anyone could have done it. In retrospect, it kind of makes sense why I stayed stagnant with art for so long. But one day this changed. I looked up an art course and I started actually practicing my art. And in the course I found, which I'll link in the description below, one of the first lessons is about failure. I can't tell you what sentence specifically set me off, but by the time I finished reading that article, I had a new mindset in my mind, and it was this: I'm just inexperienced. Since then, I've developed my art skills so much. I'll put some pictures on the screen. I'm not like a pro or anything, but I think adopting this mindset definitely set me free to make actually good progress. So now, let's go back to that mindset shift. I suck versus I'm inexperienced. It's like a subtle difference, and it might seem like it's the same, but it actually makes a whole world of difference. When you say I suck, it's basically just like final. There's no ifs or buts about it. You are set in stone. You suck at something. It is completely done. When you have this mindset, there's no room for growth. It's just you have the idea stuck in your head that you suck at this, so you will always suck at this. Imagine putting yourself in a box with this mindset. In the one box, you have the people who are bad at something. I was in this box. I was bad at art. But then you have this other box, people who I look up to, like my friends and online people. These people are good at art. I'm bad. They're good. That was my mindset. But how can you expect to change? How do you think you're just gonna go from the bad box to the good box? How do you think you're just gonna do that one day with this mindset? You're basically setting yourself up for failure. But now let's look at the other side of the coin. I'm inexperienced. And of course, the word experience is my main focus here, because when I think of the word experience, I kind of imagine a line. On one end of the line, all the way over here, you have inexperienced. This is where I was when I first started. And then on the other side of the line, you have experienced, or mastered or something like that. But the thing about this line of experience is that it's all connected. You can literally see it. Look, here, down here is experienced, and then it's connected to experienced. That's what that mindset does for you. So when I first started, I was really all the way down here. I was inexperienced. But can't you see that even being all the way down here, I'm still way closer to being experienced than I was with the two box examples? In fact, you could argue that with this mindset, I was infinitely more closer to being a good artist than I was with the I suck mindset. Because think about it, how are you gonna go from the bad box to the good box? It's you just level up? Do you take a test? There's no progress. But think about the line. The line is a linear progress. So as you practice, you get more experience and you become better. When you keep this mindset, you're basically setting yourself up for success. Because you're telling yourself, okay, I might be bad at this now, but that doesn't mean that I'll always be bad at it. It's something to look forward to in the future when you're actually good, and it keeps you motivated. And it's kind of inspiring, at least for me, when you realize that with enough effort, you can literally do anything. You can become unstoppable. Just think about it. Here, I'll give you an example, okay? I have never spoken German, and I've never read any German either. But do you think that after a few months of experience, I wouldn't be able to understand some German and speak some myself? Of course I would. If with a couple months of consistent practice, of course I'd be able to speak and understand a little bit of German. So I'm a complete beginner in German right now, right? But I wouldn't tell myself I suck at German. I haven't even given it a chance yet. I haven't even tried to learn it yet. So if I'm telling myself that I suck at German, I'm basically setting myself up for failure. But instead, if I just tell myself I'm inexperienced at German, that gives me the idea okay, I can change, I can improve. Within a few months, I can go from this end of the German line to, well, maybe not there. Maybe here. So now here's the part of the video that's about you, okay? How can you apply this to your real life? So now think in your mind about some misconceptions you might have in your own mind. What have you been telling yourself that you suck at? Do you suck at math, or are you just not comfortable enough with algebraic expressions? Do you suck at running, or do you not have any good strategies for making it more than a couple miles? Do you suck at school, or have you just not developed the right study skills that work for you? As you can see, being specific really helps here, because once you get to the root of the problem and you identify it, you can think about how you can change it. I have literally made it a habit to never say the words I suck. Literally never. It's removed from my vocabulary. Do you know why? Because I know it's not true. Every time I'm thinking or I'm talking about something where I don't have a lot of skill, I just say I'm inexperienced. Because I know that if I practice a bit more, I would become more experienced. I don't suck because I'm not bad forever. I just need to gain some more experience. So if there's one thing that you take away from this video, make it this: you do not suck. I can guarantee that. The only thing that you're missing is some experience. Now, I'm not saying that gaining experience will always be easy, because it probably won't. But what I am saying is that, especially with the internet, gaining experience in something will always be 100% possible. It's just all up to you to put in the effort to make the progress. That's all I've got for now. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Keep making progress. Bye. Pew.